Hey everybody, it's Dr. Lisa. It's been dark for 4 hours and it's only 9 o'clock at night. There's this chill in the air. Clocks just changed yesterday. I had to do some research. What are the effects of these diminishing daylight hours? So, I went to Perplexity, my research buddy, and I asked, what are the effects of the days getting shorter? Now, the number one effect mentioned is really serious, and that is that some people have an increased risk of seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. We love our acronyms, don't we? And um, this is a form of depression that's definitely more common in the fall and the winter. And this was my depiction of seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. I can only imagine. But I can tell you this particular uh, time change, clock change, daylight change, uh, kind of is affecting me a little bit more. Not to the extent of SAD, but look at some of these other effects. Mood changes. Many people do experience something called the winter blues. At least that's what we heard it being called. But also sleep disruption, disruption in metabolism, gaining those winter pounds. We can't blame them all on the holidays. And safety concerns. This is interesting because there's some people that having to drive in the dark, or even for some people at dusk, presents a real problem. They can drive during the day, no problem. During night, no problem. But dusk, there's something about the dusk that affects some people's vision, and that can be a health hazard. But what about this winter blues thing? Um, is it really a thing? Well, that's what I asked. And guess what? It is. Yes, the winter blues is a real phenomenon. It refers to mild mood changes that occur during the colder, darker months, often characterized by feelings of sadness, lethargy. It's common, similar to seasonal affective disorder, but not nearly as disruptive. Both are influenced by changes in daylight, which affects circadian rhythms, neurotransmitter levels, hormone levels, and just basic productivity levels, right? So I thought, we've got weeks to go before the days start getting longer. So they're going to be getting shorter and shorter and shorter until the third week of December, the winter solstice. So I needed a glimmer of hope. So I asked, are there any natural remedies for combating the winter blues? Well, there are. Light therapy. There are lights that simulate daylight that really help some people, especially people who have the diagnosis of seasonal affective disorder and people who are affected, and maybe they can't get outside as much, or, you know, just different situations. However, there are other things you can do too. Exercise. Exercise boosts your serotonin, your endorphin levels. That helps your mood, and reduces your stress. Vitamin D. Well, that's the sunshine vitamin. And vitamin D is a miracle, not miracle, amazing. And it does a lot of different things in the body. But one of the main things is um, converting sunlight into some tremendous compounds that we need. And supplements, it's really important, especially if you don't get enough sunlight, to supplement with vitamin D, but not only vitamin D by itself, but all of the 90 essential nutrients that our bodies need every day. So it's important to get a complete supplement, including vitamin D. Dietary changes. Well, definitely want to eat a balanced diet, complex carbohydrates, gluten-free, or if you're on a low carbohydrate lifestyle, or even to the keto lifestyle, intermittent fasting, all of these things um, can really help your um, macronutrient intake, and that helps balancing that helps um, deal with these changes that occur with the winter. Outdoor activity. I love this. I think this should have been number one because spending time outside during daylight hours, even if you could just get 5 minutes of daylight, especially in the morning, like the first thing, um, can increase your endorphins, increase your mood, increase your vitamin D, just do really good things. So that led me to the next question, however, and that is, what foods should I eat to boost my mood during the winter? And we have talked about, or mentioned on a previous slide, fatty fish, rich in omega 3s and vitamin D, such as salmon, citrus fruits. Well, vitamin C we know is good for helping our connective tissue. It helps our immune system. So, bonus, 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 and it's delicious. Leafy green vegetables, um, nuts, especially walnuts and almonds. But there's one food that's behind that little chat box. I couldn't get rid of it and get everything on the slide, but I made a special slide for it because, ta-da, dark chocolate. Ah, I'm not even a chocolate lover, but this slide made me feel better. So, as we're heading into the deep, dark, cold days of winter and shortening of the sunlight, here's some tips that you can use to prepare and also prevent some of the effects, including the winter blues. Alrighty, I'm Dr. Lisa. Keep smiling, keep giving that sunshine, and I'll be back with more tips. Mwah.